Freedom of speech. It is the right of expression without fear of retaliation, censorship, or legal sanction.
For me, freedom of speech is the right to express opinions about everything correctly, and it also must have responsibility and respect other people's rights.
Freedom of expression has always been the biggest challenge in Thailand. There is still no solid line separating the freedom of expression from the denouncing of the Constitution. Laws are made to stop people from criticizing the government, and that creates a dilemma of whether or not the freedom of speech was already taken away. The main purpose of the protest is to call for the real democracy. The protesters demand the resignation of Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha and his cabinet, the redusting of the constitution, and the strict limitation of the monarchy's power.
หากผู้มีหน้าที่บริหารประเทศทั้งหลายฟังอยู่จงอย่าขัดขวางความเจริญของประเทศต่อไปและรับฟังข้อเรียกร้องทั้ง3ประการของเราที่ว่า
1. รัฐบาลต้องหยุดคุกคามประชาชนที่ออกมาใช้สิทธิเสรีภาพตามหลักการประชาธิปไตย
2. รัฐบาลต้องร่างรัฐธรรมนูญใหม่ที่มาจากเจตจำนงของประชาชนเพื่อประโยชน์แก่สาธารณชนอย่างแท้จริง
3. รัฐบาลต้องยุบสภาจะต้องไม่มีการรัฐประหารและการจัดตั้งรัฐบาลแห่งชาติ
ภายใต้หนึ่งความฝันคือการมีระบอบประชาธิปไตยที่มีพระมหากษัตริย์อยู่ภายใต้รัฐธรรมนูญอย่างแท้จริง
On the other hand, the government's claim for exercising their power over the protester is that they were just trying to maintain the order and security.
พยายามแจ้งให้เขาทราบว่าการชุมนุมของเขาเนี่ยมันเป็นการกระทำที่ผิดกฎหมายนะฮะจนกระทั่งเนี่ยเขามาชุมนุมในสถานที่สำคัญนะฮะซึ่งเรามีความจำเป็นที่จะต้องรักษาแล้วก็เขาก็มีการเนี่ยลื้อไอ้แบรีเออร์นะฮะเครื่องกีดกั้นนะเราก็มีความจำเป็นที่ต้องใช้กำลังเนี่ยผลักดันคนออกนอกพื้นที่ไปเพื่อรักษาความสงบแค่นั้น
Still, several demonstrations end with the confrontation between police and protesters, and things start to be more violent and escalate. Since 1933 until now, there were 13 coups in Thailand. The latest coup in Thailand was fueled by anti-government protests organized by the People's Democratic Reform Committee (PDRC), led by Suthep Thaiksuban. This eventually resulted in removal of the incumbent prime minister, a coup d'etat, and the establishment of a military junta. After that, Chen Prayut Chan-o-cha, a former commander-in-chief of the Loyal Thai Army at that time, had toppled the elected government Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra and established a junta called the National Council for Peace and Order (NCPO) to govern the nation.
เพื่อให้สถานการณ์ดังกล่าวกลับเข้าสู่สภาวะปกติโดยเร็วคณะรักษาความสงบแห่งชาติจึงมีความจำเป็นต้องเข้าควบคุมอำนาจในการปกครองประเทศ
After the dissolution of the government and Senate, the NCPO ordered the judicial branch to operate under its directive and also partially repeal the 2007 Constitution. Moreover, they arrested and detained politicians and anti-coup activists and took control of media and internet. Then, the NCPO issued an interim constitution granting amnesty and established a military-dominated national legislature, which later unanimously elected General Prayut as a new Prime Minister of Thailand.
As the growing of the junta regime, laws are made to suppress the protesters and censor the media from criticizing the government's work. Here are the example law codes from Thailand's Penal Code. Section 110. Violence against the Queen. Last year, 5 activists were charged with the criminal offense of attempting to harm the Queen over an encounter with a royal motorcar during a protest. Section 112. Insulting or defaming royal family. After the wave of students' protests started demanding monarchy reform, many activists have received summonses to hear lèse majesté or Section 112 charge.
Section 116. Instigator to violate Constitution. Activists holding peaceful protests against the coup and calling for democracy were charged under Article 116 for acts of sedition. Violation of the emergency decree. The criminal court ordered the closure of the website, Facebook, and every platform of Vice TV because the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society brought evidence of the offense to submit to the court for consideration after the offense to computer decree and emergency decree due to reporting news at protests.
This corrupted government becomes abusive to Thai citizens. They arbitrarily detain and arrest activists and innocent people for one reason, criticizing the government's work. According to the Thai non-governmental organization ILO, about 929 anti-government protesters or the activists were forced to go through the attitude adjustment sessions. 572 people who were also denouncing have been threatened, harassed, and followed. 100 are political refugees, leaving their homes with fear of lethal threats from the NCPO. Besides those who were detained and arrested through the legal process, this corrupted government seems to further exercise their power on people in enforcing the disappearance of the activists who stand against the government. According to Human Rights Watch 2020, 82 cases of enforced disappearance were recorded in Thailand between 1980 and 2015. But experts say that the true number could be higher. The following is the list of 16 activists who have officially announced disappearance according to Prasha Thai 2020.
เตียงสิริขันธ์ขยีสุหลงธนงโพอาจสมชายนีรภัยจิตกมลเหล่าโสภาพันธ์พลจีบิลลี่รักจงเจริญเด่นคำแล่อิทธิพลสุขแป้นวุฒิพงศ์กฤษธรรมคุณสุรชัยด่านวัฒนานุสรณ์ชัดชาญบุปผาวันไรเดชลือเลิศชูชีพชีวสุดกฤษณะทัพไทยสยามธีรวุฒิแอนวันเฉลิมสัตย์ศักดิ์สิทธิ์
Up until now, more and more people were detained and arrested right when the police started to disperse the demonstrations. Some were charged with an inexplicable crime, like the deformations of the monarchy. In fact, as mentioned, these people were just calling for their life to live in the democratic country. And this arbitrary use of law code provokes the rising of protests against the government's action of kidnapping and arresting, demanding freedom of speech.
I would like to see that all the people has expressed their voice everywhere that they want, no matter that right or no matter that wrong. And moreover, I would like to see that the Thai authority listening to us.
I want Thailand to repeal Article 112 because this law truly threatens the right to express opinions, because this Article 112 only protects a single group of people and imposes harsh penalty.
I think that our call-out can lead our country to good and right, and the call-out can make others aware of the bad work, government's selfishness, that they work as if they don't care about the life of Thai people.
I do want to join the demonstrations every time, but it is because of the weather that is what I'm concerned.
I joined the demonstration because I want to be a part of a social movement in Thailand. I just want to see new things in my generation, and I want to Thai government should look at us and do something for us.
I don't agree with police wearing at all because it's too much. We want to come out and demand what we deserve, but the police only give us violence, and I think that no one deserves violence. The police have a duty to protect us, not hurt us.
I want to say that the act or physical harm that Thai police do against Thai people is the worst and the wrongful act, because the duty of Thai police is to protect Thai people who call for democracy, but Thai police do against Thai people is the act of thieves.
To us, there are two ways to solve this: expelling this government
and calling for the amendments of the laws, undermining citizens' liberties.
We do believe that no one wants to be restricted the freedom of speech. You have your freedom.
This is your time to use your voice through online platforms or joining the demonstration research to reflect on the problem in our country.
Every voice is an important key to make the country go forward.
Don't be afraid. Hopefully,
Someday we can get our real freedom back.
Stop being
Muslim.